Good evening and welcome to the Leadership Podcast. And this is a Wednesday night with your host, John Smith, broadcasting all the way from Pennsylvania, USA. Great to have you with me again. And this is a episode titled Where or What is Your Competitive Advantage? You and your competitive advantage. You and your competitive advantage. Okay, that was three titles, but that's the final one. You and your competitive advantage. As a leader, you have a competitive advantage. Now, I'm not talking about being in competition with something, but it's what makes you unique. It's what makes you stand out. It's what differentiates you from the crowd. Somebody said there are only two ways to gain a competitive advantage. One is to do what you do better than others, and two is to do it differently. You are your best competitive advantage. You can do it better than others. You can do you. You can do your leadership better than others. And you can do it unique to you because you are you. There's not another you around. Nobody's got your fingerprints and nobody's got your values. Your values are like your fingerprints. Your mission is unique to you. And that's why you align it with your organization, you align it with your enterprise, you align it with your business, you align it with your ministry. But ultimately, it's your mission, it's your purpose. Your strategic purpose is yours. Your mission, your vision, your values, and then your advantage, that edge, that's what it is. So competitive advantage is when you can produce and deliver a product or service, or I want to say also a gift. Your ability, your strength, your talent, your skill. That's something that makes you you, that meets people's needs, meets your target audience's needs in a way that others cannot or will not. That's why I say you are your best competitive advantage because you can do it like nobody else can. You can deliver it like nobody else can. And you will want to because it's your passion, it's your conviction to do it. Hopefully, I'm stirring you up every night, every day, on every episode to actually find that conviction to deliver what it is that who you are, to deliver that gifting, that skill, that ability, that talent, that strength that is you, that passion that is you. I'm not talking about being loud and enthusiastic. That's me. I've developed that over years. I was the shy, introverted person, couldn't deliver anything. I was so shy, and that came from something that happened way back in my life. But I was so shy and introverted. I couldn't talk to people. I was voted least possible to become a leader. Definitely least possible to do what I'm doing right now. But yet here I am. I decided to develop my competitive advantage, my sustainable, unique advantage, my edge, that thing that makes me me. And one of the greatest things about it is that establishing such an advantage, this edge that is you, is one of the most important goals in your leadership. As part of your leadership dashboard, your strategic purpose, which is your big picture thinking, that's your mission, your vision, your values, and your edge. It's a vital part of that component because it tells you what you are delivering and what is going to give you that edge. It's not just, well, I like this. It's like, how are you going to put that together to deliver it? Strategic planning, or the strategic planning process, assists you to find, define, develop, and focus your competitive advantage. That unique, let's call it a unique advantage. That is your edge. That's the thing, that component of that makes you, differentiates you, uniques you, if I can use that word, uniques you in the whole market. It can be a bunch of things. It can be how you touch people's lives, how you care, how you inspire, how you influence, how you impact. It can be that you're able to connect a team, bring a team together, that you can see things that others can't, discern things that others can't, and you bring that and serve it into the target area that you are called and mandated to serve. It's this edge, this competitive edge, is the recognition that you can serve your target audience with greater inspiration, greater influence, and greater impact just because of you, not because you're in competition with anybody else, but that you begin to have this secure sense of confidence that nobody is you. You are you, and you are your best competitive advantage. You are, I'm going to say that again, your best competitive advantage. One of the big things to help you with that is to do your own SWOT analysis. So you can do it for you and your leadership, but you can also do it within your team. You can do it within your business, your organization. It's a very, very important part of a process that a team sits down and weighs out their SWOT, their strengths, their weaknesses, their opportunities and threats, and then triangulates them and weighs them up with each other so that you keep moving forward, because that's when you find out what do I deliver. So the question then is, what value do you bring to your audience, and is it unique? What value are you bringing to your audience? What value do you bring as a leader, and is it unique? Not everybody is a platform communicator. I think every leader should be able and have confidence and courage enough to stand up and be able to deliver some form of communication on a public forum, to a group, to a larger crowd, to a group, with confidence, with eloquence. They should be able to do it with passion and enthusiasm. I think every leader should be able to do that. But that doesn't necessarily have to be your strength. But there's many other things that you can develop as your uniqueness. Just being skilled as a leader, just being skilled in the ability to communicate, ability to be grounded and confident when others are falling apart and panicking and stressing. When others are falling apart through overwhelm, you're able to stay focused on your strategic purpose. That is an edge. Being able to, engage up, down, and across is a competitive advantage to you. It's a uniqueness. It's a differentiation. It's an edge. It gives you focus. It gives you value, and that's what you need to. It's not just because you have a title and a position. That doesn't make you valuable. But your ability to build a high-performance team, engage a team, get results, be a strategic thinker, planner, give your company or your enterprise or your business an edge through being able to see into the future and map it out. How do we get from here to there effectively and with focus? All those things give you an edge, but it's also taking those strengths within you and inserting it in there and saying, how do I deliver this to my target audience? That's what gives you a competitive advantage. Now, again, I'm using the word competitive advantage because that's kind of the buzzword, but competitive advantage, I see it as that uniqueness that differentiates you from everybody else. Not because you're better than anybody else. When we think we're superior, then somebody's got to be inferior. And that means we're not finding their potential because they've also got something that they haven't yet discovered. Great leaders, exceptional leaders, will help them find that and help them deliver that. That's what exceptional leaders do. So, it's not about being superior, and it's not about being inferior, that others are greater than you. They've just been asked to do something that's more than you right now. But if you find your uniqueness, you find your competitive or your unique advantage, which is sustainable. It has to be sustainable. It is something that has to be able to stand the test of time, stand through pressure, etc. If it's sustainable, unique advantage, unique edge to you, then that's what makes you valuable in the marketplace. That's what makes you inspirational, influential, and impactful. All right? So that's from Sean tonight. I trust that this inspires you to think a little bit about how you can develop, use a SWOT analysis. Sit down and say, what are my strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats in my leadership realm? and begin to weigh it out and say, what is it that I can bring that I can deliver with uniqueness? What value do I bring, and is it unique? Does it differentiate me from just the run of the mill? Because that's where impactful leaders come from. High impact leaders, high result leaders, high performance leaders. All right. So thanks for being with me again. This is Sean saying have a good evening, and it's over and out.